Imagine your favorite anime character fighting an opponent much stronger than them and they were about to be cooked. And I'm talking about receiving the end screen type of cooked, when suddenly a strong side character saves the day with an iconic entrance. And that is what we call a last-minute save. Watching one's favorite character in that kind of situation isn't particularly enjoyable, but seeing them get saved at the last minute is a great way to put us as the viewers on an emotional roller coaster. Hey folks, AJ Anime here, and in today's video, we will be ranking some of the most iconic last-minute saves in anime. So without wasting any time, let's get started.
Say goodbye.
Wait!
Let's start the ranking with an iconic save from One Piece pre-time skip, because if it wasn't for this moment, then we wouldn't even have a post-time skip to watch. That's right, I'm talking about when Ace saved Luffy from Admiral Akainu's fist. This entire moment hit all the emotional chords of us fans, especially considering all the effort that was put in to save Ace in the first place. But we had to start our list with this moment because every save doesn't end in a happy ending. After being successfully rescued by Luffy, Ace and his brother fought their way through the Marines to join up with the rest of the Whitebeard pirates as they were heading back to the ships. However, Akainu had no plans of letting them escape, so he took advantage of Ace's love for his captain by taunting Whitebeard. This drove Ace mad, and the two began to fight with Akainu easily overpowering him. As Luffy watched them fight, he noticed Ace's Vivre card drifting away, which gave Akainu an opportunity to try and kill him. But in a desperate attempt to save his little brother, Ace jumped in front of Akainu's fist, being impaled and joining the Donut Club in the process. As he died in Luffy's arms, he thanked his brother and his crew for loving him and died with a smile on his face. With this last-minute save, we lost the son of the Pirate King, but the future Pirate King was able to live on.
Gonna fall on my town!
Moving on to our next last-minute save, we have a moment from One Punch Man. Saitama's powers are so busted that the only way this show is even a series is if he comes in at the last moment to save the day. One special moment of this is when he saved the city from a giant meteor that had the power to destroy the entire country. After Genos used his ultimate move to attempt to destroy the meteor, Saitama stepped in to save the day by destroying the meteor with only one punch. However, even though he destroyed the giant meteor, he didn't obliterate it completely. Thus, hundreds of smaller rocks showered upon the city, causing massive damage all over. To make things worse, the entire city hated Saitama for the damage he caused, even though he was the reason everyone was still alive. Well, mostly everyone. Still, this moment was definitely one for the books.
And we'll cry.
Okay, moving on to our next save, we have a moment from My Hero Academia. Now, not all last-minute saves are ones where the heroes end up fighting the threat themselves. Sometimes, it's as simple as a quick but epic rescue that came just in time. Yes, I'm talking about when Deku and some of his classmates from 1A decided to go rescue Bakugo from the League of Villains and All for One. Despite how intimidating All for One's presence was, Deku and the others managed to steel themselves and come up with a daring plan to save Bakugo from the League. By using Deku's power, Ida's speed, and Kirishima's hardening, they were able to break through the wall at extreme high speeds. Then, by using Shoto's ice to create a ramp, they were able to escape over the villains, rocketing through the air knowing no one could reach them. When All for One tried to stop them, he was smacked in the face by All Might, creating the opening needed to save Bakugo. After Kirishima called out to him, Bakugo propelled himself toward his friends and the group successfully escaped.
Blood demon art. Murderous eye basket.
Moving on to our next save, we have a moment from Season 1 of Demon Slayer. This save is from when Ufotable flexed its creative muscles and showcased the studio's potential while animating the fight between Tanjiro Kamado and Rui, the Lower Moon 1 demon. But we aren't here to praise the animation. We're here for the save. After the epic fight, we all thought Tanjiro had won, but Rui sliced his own neck at the last moment so that Tanjiro's sword couldn't behead him. As Rui was about to kill Tanjiro, Giyu, the water Hashira, came just in time to rescue him and kill the lower moon demon. After fending off Rui's attack with his 11th form, Dead Calm, Giyu cut his head off in a blink of an eye, ending the intense fight. This moment showed us the sheer difference between Hashiras and the other demon hunters in the organization. Continuing with the next iconic save, we have a jaw-dropping moment from Attack on Titan. Remember that time when we all thought Eren died in Season 1? Yeah, when he got eaten by a Titan after saving Armin? I just know we were all thinking, where is this anime going? The main character just died in just a few episodes after all that big talk and training he did. Almost like that moment in Game of Thrones when Lord Eddard Stark was killed, because we all just knew he was the main character of the story at that time. But then came the plot twist with an iconic entrance and save. Mikasa was by herself fighting a large Titan when both of her last two swords broke, and she had no more gas for her ODM gear to maneuver around the buildings, leaving her defenseless and unable to escape. But she decided to keep fighting, knowing that's what Eren would have wanted. And that's when another Titan suddenly showed up behind her, trapping her in the process. Standing tall and firm, Mikasa prepared to fight both Titans when suddenly the Titan behind her punched the other Titan away, saving her life, as she couldn't believe what was happening in front of her. Later on, the same Titan that saved her and everyone else turned out to be Eren himself. I wish I could watch that scene again for the first time because this moment was absolutely peak. Now let's keep moving on to our next save. But before we start our top 5 countdown, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content.
The one I seek
Is me!
Starting off our top 5 list is a moment from none other than Naruto. This iconic save was also a badass entrance when Naruto entered the Leaf Village to face Pain. The Pain's assault arc was one of Naruto's most intense moments. The stakes were high, and Naruto had to rise to the occasion like never before. Pain's invasion led to the near annihilation of Konoha itself, even almost killing off many beloved characters for good. After Pain used his Shinra Tensei to cause absolute carnage to the village, we see Sakura horrified about what happened to her precious home. And in good old Sakura fashion, she calls out to Naruto, pleading him to hurry back home to save the day. And that's when we see a cloud of smoke appear in the middle of the village. And when I tell you this man Naruto came with the drip and the squad, he wanted all the smoke. Having mastered Sage Mode, Naruto makes an epic entrance on top of Gamakichi and Gamabunta, along with the other toads. At the same time, Pain summoned his remaining bodies to aid in the fight. That's when we also see the 5th Hokage, Tsunade, join to fight against Pain herself. In the next moment, one of the Pains tried to attack her, and at the last second, Naruto completely destroyed the Pain with a single Rasengan, saving Tsunade in the process. I don't think any entrance and save could be more badass and perfect than Naruto's, but this next moment is definitely a strong contender. Our next save is another Naruto moment, but this time we have Sasuke saving the day. In the Naruto movie The Last, Sasuke had one of the best last-minute saves in anime, really because of how much of a flex it was. During the final battle of the movie, a meteor shower scattered across all the lands, raining down on the 5 main villages. But in the Leaf Village, a giant meteor capable of destroying everything came crashing down. In a final move, Kakashi ordered a group of ninja led by Lee to obliterate the meteor, but they were only able to destroy half of it. With the other half still flailing toward the village, everyone was powerless to stop it, as we see Kakashi just staring it down. And that's when our favorite Uchiha, Sasuke, came to save the day. With a flash of light and a sound of 1,000 birds chirping, Sasuke used his Chidori to completely destroy the other half of the meteor. And after dropping one of the coldest lines in the series, he disappears before the smoke even falls. He could have used any jutsu to destroy the meteor, but he decided to use Kakashi's signature move right in front of him with more power than he could imagine. Now that's how you flex on your sensei. So who do you think had the better save between Naruto and Sasuke? Let me know in the comments below.
I have no regrets!
Go me!
Let's move on to our next last-minute save from One Piece. I know you guys have been waiting for this one. The Summit War of Marineford was one of One Piece's most intense conflicts, one that saw characters leaving injured or broken, and some not leaving at all. The battle between pirates and marines raged for quite some time, and at this point, Ace and Whitebeard had already died. During the final moments of the war, as Law was about to escape with an injured Luffy and Jinbei, as Admiral Kizaru was getting ready to stop them, Kobe appeared in front of Akainu, pleading him to stop attacking the pirates and sacrificing more lives in the process. But despite Kobe's efforts to get Admiral Akainu to listen to reason, his calls to end the war fell on deaf ears and nearly ended his life. Just seconds before Akainu could kill Kobe, an unexpected arrival swoops in to save him, and it turns out to be none other than Shanks of the Red Hair Pirates. Kobe ended up passing out, but the badass moment here was the fear on Akainu's face when he saw Shanks had stopped his punch. What's more is the power that Shanks and his crew displayed as they openly challenged anyone who still wanted to fight, despite requesting the war to be stopped. And not only did this moment save Kobe's life, but it also saved Luffy's.
Farewell.
Just shut up and watch.
Now, we're on to our last two iconic saves. This next save comes from Bleach, when Ichigo manages to save Rukia just in time before she was executed. Ichigo and his friends came to the Soul Society to rescue Rukia during Bleach's Soul Society arc, but it seemed that Rukia's execution was imminent, and that there was nothing they could do about it. Just when it seemed like the end was near for Rukia, Ichigo makes a surprising reappearance, fresh from his training with Yoruichi and dressed in a cloak that allows him to fly. Ichigo is able to stop the Sokyoku from killing Rukia before it's destroyed by Gote 13 captains Kyoraku and Ukitake. Ichigo then tosses Rukia to Renji so the two of them can make their escape, while Ichigo has his long-awaited rematch with Byakuya. I know the save was obvious, and we all knew Ichigo would save her, but that feeling when he saves her when nobody expected it makes it more iconic. Not to mention the flex of doing this in front of the remaining captains, including the head captain himself, Yamamoto. Now, moving on to our most iconic last moment save. And I don't think any other save deserves this spot other than from Black Clover. There is absolutely no doubt that this was one of the best scenes in modern shonen anime. During the Royal Knights selection exam, Finral clashed against his brother Longris as the two of them went back and forth with their spatial magic spells. Finral's brother Longris always resented him, and in the heat of the moment, Longris was on the verge of killing him by erasing him from space. But before he could even flinch, Asta, Magna, and Luck surrounded Longris as the rest of the Black Bulls also hopped on the scene. Even Luck, who constantly smiles, scowled angrily and threatened to kill him. This was one of the best last-moment saves in anime and hyped the entire Black Clover fanbase. I mean, look at this man Longris's face when he was first surrounded. Vice captain or not, he ain't want no smoke from the strongest Magic Knight squad in the series. So, folks, with this, we conclude today's video. To be clear, the ranking in this video is from my perspective. It could be a lot different from yours. But I would love to know your favorite last-moment saves from anime, so make sure to drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos, and we will come back with more amazing content. See you in the next one.